Namaskar. Welcome to Principle of Management classes. Now we'll understand the communication. While understanding the meaning of management we studied that management is the art of getting things done by group of people with the effective utilization of available resources. So getting the job done from others involves communication. Unless until the goal is communicated to the workers, the target cannot be achieved. So that is why getting the job done includes motivation, communication. So communication is the part and parcel of the process of management. The person whose communication skill is very good, he is a big manager, he is a good leader. The person who is lacking communication skill, somewhere he is lacking in the managerial skill and leadership skill. We will understand one by one. So communication, what is the communication? We will understand. Communication is the exchange of facts, exchange of ideas, opinions, emotions by two or more persons. So if communication is a two-way process, it's not one-way process. I am telling and you are not listening. It's not communication. I am telling something, you are listening and you are understanding. Then only it's a communication. So communication is two-way process. One person is telling something, another person is listening something, then only communication is taking place. If one person is telling, another person is not listening, there is no communication at all. And here it's a change of exchange of facts, ideas, opinion. Communication transforms the transmits information not only about tangible facts and determine the ideas and opinions, but also about the emotions. Yes, communication communicates the emotions also. I am happy, being communicated my emotions are being communicated by my facial expressions. I am angry and the same is communicated by facial expression. Here facial expressions are an important part of the communication. So communication includes facial expression also. Feedback is an essential part of the aspect of the communication, because communication is given for some purpose. So whether that purpose is achieved or not, that decide upon the feedback is received. So communication, as far as etymology is concerned, it is derived from the terminology communicare, which means share the information, ideas between the sender and receiver. So now we'll use two terminology, sender and receiver. The person who communicates something is sender. The person who receives the information is receiver. So every alternatively we will be using the sender and receiver terminology. Communication is essential for the existence of our society. Society cannot exist without communication. Now the question arises, now we are the language, literature, writing skill, verbal skill, speaking skill has derived later on. How earlier socialization, how earlier civilization existed? See what happened. Communication is having its own history. In the ancient era, when people were not able to communicate with verbal, with mouth, with oral, with written, then they had some sign signals. If they want to stop somebody, they will tell like this. If they want that some person should come, they will call like this. Far distant persons, if they were in danger, they used to put fire to show the smoke. Yes, smoke is here. That means some requirement may be there. So they were using different types of communication skills. So communication is from the very existence of this civilization. It plays a predominant role in the functioning of different professional organizations. So basically, communication is of two types: written communication, oral communication. Written communication is in the written form, oral communication is the verbal form. So written is the written sign, symbol are used for this, alphabets are required, scripts are required, literate persons are required. Written communication is most common form of communication being used in business. So it is considered core among business skills. Why written communication is more important in business organization? Because written communication works as evidence. Written communication works as a reference. So that is why written communication is most commonly used in business organization. In written communication is influenced by the vocabulary, grammar, writing style, precision, clarity of the language, etc. When written communication is used in internal purpose for the memo, report, bulletin, job description, employees manual and electronic mail. When written communication is used for external purpose, via email, website, letters, proposal, faxes, postcard, newspaper, contracts, advertisement, etc. Now, oral communication. So, oral communication is primarily referring to spoken verbal words. Whatever I am telling, this is the oral communication. Whatever is written here, this is the written communication. And whatever I am speaking, that's the oral communication. Oral communication includes speech, presentation, discussion, aspect of interpersonal communication. So it's a basically face-to-face communication. Oral communication is face-to-face communication because of technology. I am sitting in Coimbatore and you are sitting in different part of the country, and we are communicating by using the technology, and we are communicating face to face. You can listen me, you can see me, you can understand the facial expressions of my. So this is the where the face to face communication takes place. Body languages are there. Choice of tonality play a very important role, and communication also garners immediate feedback. So wherever immediate feedback is required, oral communication starts. Boss may call, please come here, you do this thing. He does. If he starts writing a letter will be dispatched tomorrow, he will receive day after tomorrow. By the time it's too late. So in all emergency cases, urgent cases, oral communication works very faster, and feedback is also very fast. You ask, what is your name? My name is so and so. Feedback is received. So oral communication. In oral communication, there is verbal communication, there is non-verbal communication. Verbal communication, where system of symbols and grammars, language are involved, that is verbal communication. And where non-verbal communication process conveying meaning of the form of non-word message. Nowadays in WhatsApp also emoji we are giving, we are sharing emoji, and we understand what is the what that sender want to say. If we fail to understand, it's a breach of communication. It's a barrier of communication. So non-verbal communication by figure, by symbol, by expression, these all are the non-verbal communication. So 5 methods of communication are mentioned here: written words, spoken words, visual images, as you are seeing me, multimedia, visual as well as audio, symbolic gestures, faces and gestures are mentioned here. So verbal communication you have mentioned, it takes place over the phone or in a person. The medium of message is oral. Written communication takes place in the printed message. Written communication includes memo, proposal, email, letter, training manual, etc. Non-verbal communication, it's in a vital part of the communication, but that you don't say can be given more important. Research shows that 55% in the personal communication comes from the non-verbal clues. So by body stance, by tone of the voice, these are the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication can have part like touch. Many places touching is good, and many countries touching is bad. Many genders touching is good, and some different gender touching is bad. So it expresses the communication what you want to communicate. Space also, person to person space differs from country to country, society to society. One man can stand near the man, but one man has to maintain little bit respect distance for the women. So this is the space which also communicates something. Body language, very important. Body language expresses our views, our emotions, happiness, angerness, eager, energetic, everything is decided by body language. Then eye contact. In communication skill, please take it granted, eye contact is most important part. If eye contact is there, people will understand. If eye contact is not there, I am simply reading, that value may not reach to you. All those leaders, those who are just reading their speeches, that may not have that much impression on the people. But the leader who is communicated, who is having eye to eye contact, even if he is not telling anything, even if that other person is not understanding anything, then also impression is more. Facial expressions are very higher. Facial expressions are clearly understood by both the parties. Then posture. Posture conveys interest and professionalism. Some persons are standing in a right position, some persons are standing in a different position. So this also communicates. When we use the written communication and when we use the verbal communication, there is some different purposes. So written communication conveys the facts, verbal communication communicates fact as well as emotions and feelings. When written communication is there, it becomes a permanent. Message does not become permanent. In written communication, urgency is less. In oral communication, urgency is more. In written communication, you don't need immediate feedback. In oral communication, feedback is required. In written communication, ideas can be complicated. In oral communication, ideas has to be simple. So, when we talk about the communication, we must understand what are the varieties of communication, like face-to-face conversation. If face-to-face conversation is there, the information reaches very high. Video conferencing is just 5%, 10% lower than the face-to-face conversation, and that is why video conferencing is also information richness is very high. Telephonic conversation, yes, telephonic conversation is also verbal communication, so it is also having high priority. Emails, medium, written communication. Handheld devices, medium. Blogs, medium. Written letters and memos, medium. Formal letter documents, low. Spreadsheets, low. So these are the priority of the information channel. So this all were about the communication. Now in the next session, we'll discuss about the process and principle of communication. Till that, keep on revising because examination is on your head. Namaskar.